Greetings and welcome to this week's magical message. I pray you all have had a wonderful weekend, and I hope that you're really looking forward to the energies coming up this week. Now, I want you all to know that this is the third time I'm starting this reading. And through the other recordings, my throat, I kept having to clear my throat. So, the last time I had to stop, I had 11:11 on the timer. So you all may be seeing those numbers. You all may be experiencing a lot of synchronicities or things just kind of happening in tandem. But with this reading, I did it a little bit differently. Or I should say not really differently. I added some cards. Now, I had been wanting to see what it would be like to do a reading with my daughter's little flashcards because I don't know, I saw them and I was like, this might be really interesting. And I hadn't done it. And then I saw them sitting next to me and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it this time. Let's see what kind of things they bring up. Let's see how they mesh with the rest of the cards, right? And I think they did a really wonderful job. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Make sure that you like and subscribe. I want to thank you for following. I want to thank you for sharing. Thank you for listening. Thank you for leaving your comments. And thank you at the end of the day for just being you, because we affect everyone around us. And this is something that had been coming up in my mind a lot over the last several days. And I forget where I originally heard this, but I heard it recently. And it basically was saying, when you water a plant in the ground, you don't just water that plant. You water everything around it as well. You nurture everything around it. So, and all the time and the energy that you all have given towards healing yourselves, overcoming whatever you've overcome, battling whatever you've been battling, standing your ground, or just taking some leaps of faith where maybe you wouldn't have before. I want to thank you, because just as you nurture and you water yourself, you're doing it for everything and everyone around you, whether we're talking about literally right there around you or just energetically those that resonate like you do, right? You affect everything and everyone around you. And so I want to thank you for the effect that you all have on me, because would this world be what it is without us here, right? So I want to thank you for that. And, for those who may say, well, the world is not all that great, or, it's this and a third. And yeah, on one level, there are a lot of things that are not wonderful about this world. But when we talk about energy and how it resonates and where it resonates on the frequency that I'm talking about, the kind of connection, the kind of genuine strength and power and love that's present, that is what I'm choosing to actively participate, right? And everything in the world that you could participate in, that's what I'm participating in. And to have others that are participating in it in their own way, in their own world, it impacts my own personal world as well. And so for that, I am very grateful. And it allows me to be reminded of the beauty and the life that's still here when we see so much ugliness, when we see so many things that cause you to want to lose faith in humanity, right? So to have that reminder is a beautiful thing. And we wouldn't have those reminders. We wouldn't witness some of the magic if it wasn't for another energy impacting us in that way. So let's go ahead and jump on into our overview. So we have jealousy, we have DM in reverse, and brown. So this brown could be somebody's, like their skin color. This could also be, it was two other things that came up, but like someone with body odor or someone that has some gut issues. Like there's something taking place that's kind of putrefied is really what I heard. And with jealousy and then DM in reverse to me always represents the distorted masculine. So whether this is a man or whether this is a woman, however the roles fit for you or resonate for you, there's an energy here that has putrefied. There's an energy here, and it's like I keep feeling like they smell like that, right? Like there's something major here, and it's not just like it's outward hygiene, but it's inward as well. Um, so I'm sure, especially if this is like an outward smell, you're gonna know who that is. Because it's like you're not gonna be able to miss that smell. But someone who's jealous, someone who allowed for their emotions and their mental state to become very like swamped, very I can't think of the word, but it's like a putrefaction, right? So it's mucky, is really nasty. How they digest things is really twisted. And so then you have duck, and duck sits over DM in reverse and Cancer. And so for me, when I saw this, the first thing I heard was, if it quacks like a duck, if it walks like a duck, it's a duck, right? So believe what it is that you're seeing. Believe who people show themselves as. Believe that it can be exactly what it is, right? And there's no need for us to add to the stories, to sugarcoat the stories, to you don't have to do any of that, right? Receive whatever it is, whether this is a person, an experience, conversation, however this shows up for you this week, and period, right? Trust it. If you're looking at it and it is a duck quacking at you and it is waddling around, it's a duck, okay? And there's nothing that's going to change the fact that it's a duck. And then you have Cancer and Keel with durian in reverse. And the funny thing about this is that durian, the fruit, actually cures cancer, right? Among a lot of other things. I mean, the fruit itself reeks, right? Again, it's energy of something smelling, but the medicinal properties of durian fruit are amazing. They're amazing. But with it being in reverse, it's like someone is not going to recover from whatever this is. So someone could have even found out that they recently had cancer. This DM could be a Cancerian. There could be, maybe you both have some water energy there. But I also feel like there's someone here who found out that they have cancer. They knew they had cancer. Maybe they were trying to beat the cancer, and that's not what's taking place. So if this is a loved one, you know, I want to first say, you know, that my heart and my genuine and sincere prayers are going out, because that is a very hard fight. And if that's something that they have been trying to battle or overcome, and they don't end up overcoming it, my prayer is that as they move forward, they overcome whatever it was that created that energy in their life, whatever those things are, right? Because everything starts with energy first. And when we look at cancer deals with the emotions, but the emotions are directly fed by the thoughts. And so if the thought and the heart are congested, they're not digesting things, it's getting twisted, there's something happening in there that's not allowing for air, for circulation, for movement, for the natural process of death and rebirth to take place. You can have things like cancer come up. You know, I've seen a lot of that with people who have held some really dark secrets, or just held things in for a really long time, things that their bodies, their energy needed them to let go of, needed them to release, right? Those energies manifest themselves in the physical, and sometimes the way that they do that is through diseases or through outward experiences that keep taking place, and maybe we aren't sure what that is, but they keep happening, right? So but there's something here that's like, you know, there's an ending that's coming. And this doesn't, and, you know, kind of moving on from the energy with someone who found out that they had cancer, but just period, there is an ending that's coming, and there is no fixing the reason for this ending, right? And this could have to do with whoever this DM is, and this Cancerian or this water energy. And when I just looked at Cancer, I saw the word concern. So there's definitely someone who's concerned. They're maybe receiving news that concerns them. Okay, so we're going to move on to train in reverse and signature. I feel like the fact that train is in reverse means that something is not coming in, because trains are really heavy, powerful things. And it being reversed, there's something that's not coming. It doesn't even feel like it's slowed. It just feels like it's not coming. Like it's lost or something. And then you have signature. So train in reverse and in signature, there's this energy of like, there's an energy of someone's signature being on something that was stopped, something that was purposely hidden. But it feels like it's something that came to a stop, something that they weren't expecting to come to a stop. Maybe they were fighting or battling it. Maybe they didn't want something to end, right? And this doesn't feel like a light energy. It feels like whatever this thing was not good. It wasn't, something that came from love and joy and peace and all of those things, right? This is something that came from a much denser energy. Could be like some kind of karmic relationship or partnership or just agreement. But it's like something was never meant to be. And it's coming to an end. When I saw a dinosaur, it felt like, this energy was like old timey, like there's a need to release something, like it's old. And then you have that with lockdown. And so it's like whatever this was, it's old news. And this could have been some kind of experience that has passed through multiple lifetimes. And so it's got that kind of old energy on it. And so it's like that has been brought to a stop, because this energy was never, not that it was never meant to, right? Because obviously everything that happens, on one level or another, it serves a purpose. But I feel like its entry into and its interference along your path was not like a divine intervention or intervening. Whatever it was not divine. Like this was not something that was just. It wasn't something that was supposed to happen. And so on another level, when we look at this Cancer kill and durian, this could be like a cancer, like an energy that was growing and it has been killed, right? Maybe the right particular things were put in to the situation, to the energy, or brought into the situation or the energy that allowed for that ending to happen. So again, that's just the overview. That is just the overview, and it is already interesting. So just as some clarifying cards, I pulled Camel with Railroad Bill, 6 of Knives, Big Mama, 10 of Baskets, Father of Baskets with the Daughter of Knives. Okay, so again, we have the Chariot card. The train shows up again. So regardless, something is coming in, and I feel like this is more so speaking to those who have stood in integrity, right? So I feel like you have been working for something, right? You've been working for something for a really long time, and maybe you've been gathering something. When I saw the camel, what I immediately thought about was the fact that they store water, right? And okay, so there's a lot of healing taking place. Okay, so I'm gonna explain what I saw basically. So what I saw in between the first row of cards and the second was almost like a mirror, right? And this camel that stores the water, right? It's almost like when I was talking about cancer, and it like it what is the word? It just came in my head, and then and then the message left just as quick. But how cancer stores, right? How that energy can store things. And when those things get stored and they don't have the ability to flow and to breathe and to renew themselves, to let go, to release, disease starts to take place, right? And looking at this camel card and thinking about the water in particular, they get stored. And then you have this train card again. So it's something that you personally have carried as well. And that could be, and 27 may be significant because it's 27th number on this card. But it's also a 9. So this also talking about endings, graduation, like the final stop. And there's the train, right? So you've made it to that final stop. And you have been working very, very hard to get to this stop. And then you have the 6 and 9. The 6 and 9 talks about, leaving those troubles behind. You're moving forward. You're moving on. And here he is, or she is, on the water, and she's paddling away, right? She is taking those waters that were stored inside, those things that could have taken her out, those things, or him, those things that could have completely caused destruction and death and chaos, right? She's taken those things and has gained mastery over those waters, because now they're no longer stored inside. Now she's got a boat and she knows how to navigate, right? She can move forward. And then that's followed with the sun card. And the sun card brings not only illumination over everything, right? So that her path is clear. She can see now. Where she may not have been able to see, where she may not have been able to digest, she can see now. And there's also so many blessings, so many beautiful opportunities that come because she can see now, because she can find her way. She can move and navigate these waters. And she does this with skill. She does this with having had gone through that trial and error. And just heard if 6 were 9, right? So then again, that energy of this graduation. So she has done the work, and now she's moving forward, and she's moving forward with clear sight. She's no longer held down by these energies that for someone else of a much denser energy, it brought a complete ending and a stop to forward movement. She has turned those energies into something to help her to move forward. So it's a really, really amazing thing, just to have accomplished that, because this energy feels very intense. So to have overcome something like that, celebrate, because you definitely deserve it. Then you have 10 of baskets, and 10 of baskets talks about family, talks about loved ones. And so when I pulled this card, I thought about the fact that train and signature was right over it. And then you have that moon card with hidden. So like hidden action, hidden movement, again, is coming to an end. But this movement could have been against family, or it could have been family that was moving against, right? Someone that you would consider in your family, or like, this could be like, if you have what am I saying? If you have a child with someone, Jesus, my throat is clear, but now my words are getting mixed up. So again, and it happened the same time around the same place. So it's like, whatever this is, they did not want to come out. They did not want this to be shared, but it's either family and or someone that you have a child with. So it kind of makes them family, right? Like extended family or something. And then you have father baskets and daughter of 9. So this father energy shows up again. So this could be a father figure within your life, or that plays a part, maybe like if you have a child with them, and it doesn't literally have to be a father, but it just is someone who carries that energy. So this could be a coach. This could be a boss. This could be a mentor. This could be an older friend. This could be someone who has or carries that energy, right? And then you have that pair of daughter of knives. Now the daughter of knives, she brings in energies and messages very quickly, but it's in reverse. So again, whatever this union was, it's been locked down. They don't have the ability to receive these messages or to move forward. And looking at him, it's like he's looking back on this other picture. So yeah, this is someone that was in your family, someone that played a part in your family, whether this was your spouse, whether this is like your children's parent, whatever this is. But it's like he's looking back on a time, but he can't see forward. He can't move forward. Whereas like you're moving forward. Go with throat thing again. But he can't move forward. And it's like he's stuck in the past. He's stuck at looking and dwelling on something that, and it's not even like dwelling on what was, because the mental space is so distorted, right? So it's like they're stuck on like illusions. Her almost like a dream state. They're not present in reality. And this could be whoever this person is that has the cancer. Because it also almost feels like their energy is being carried away. Or someone, who is a water sign. And technically, a father of baskets, out of all the signs, a father of baskets would have that Cancer energy. Or a water sign energy, but more so that Cancerian energy. Okay. So that is for the overview. Very interesting. Now, moving into the beginning of the week, we have Warrior 3, Dancer 2, and which is Soulmates, and then the Tower card. So beginning of the week, major, huge transformation, wonderful alignment that brings things together for you, things that are divinely meant to be. Now, this Warrior 3, it could come with some worry, so there could be some concern in the beginning of the week around your alignment, not being sure if what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, or whatever it is actually what you wanted or needed to be, or if it's going to work out the way you want it to. But it's like everything comes together divinely. Like everything is divinely placed together. This was not something for you to control. It was kind of like you can't be the person graduating and the person planning and handing out the diplomas, right? Like you can't do all of that at once. So you pick your job, which is to graduate, and everything else just comes together. And what happens afterwards is huge transformation. And what I heard was you're finally realizing your power. You're finally realizing your power. So as you move forward, take the divine lessons and wisdom that you've gained and really use them. Just like, if you graduated from college and you've learned all of these things, well, now you have all of this knowledge, you have all of this wisdom and experiences from just going through that stage of life, right? And you can apply those things to recreate or to give new life to this path ahead of you. Now, when we move into the middle of the week, we have Gift of Reason, the Great Task, Gift of Wisdom, and then we also have Fire. This literally looks like someone looking back on where they've been, what they've done, right? And that Father Baskets in the overview, looking back, is got very similar energy. But I feel like this kind of speaks to what I just actually said, because you have Gift of Reason. She's looking on or looking at this mass, but she's built up a foundation of knowledge. And then you have the Great Task. And so these are the sacrifices. These are the things that have gone into making this particular coming together, this magic happen, right? It took a lot. It took something. And then you have gift of wisdom. So there's also a lot of wisdom that's been gained in this experience of bridging these things together, because again, it was not easy. This whatever this thing was not something that many have come across and or have been willing to overcome, to master and be victorious at. And then you have fire, the warrior, and he's breaking through. He's breaking through with the force of the entire universe around him, from the volcano to the sun to the very fire that is within him. He's breaking through. So it's like beginning of the week, major breakthrough. Middle of the week, major breakthrough, right? Just one after another. And it's like that train for you, like if you got off and maybe you didn't even get on a train. Maybe you didn't even get on a train. Maybe you got on a jet. Right? It's got that kind of really fast movement. Like this thing is coming in hot. You are not going to miss this. So if you're worried about whether or not you miss the signs, you are not going to miss this one. You're not. You're just not. That would be impossible, because this jet was literally made for you. Okay, so now we get to the end of the reading, or the end of the week, and we have church with the garden card in reverse. We have natural beauty in reverse with Pa, which is the moon card. We have I am he in reverse 53. And actually when I pulled this card, I felt like instead of 53, it's 35. So this could be the age of someone, or maybe the age that they're getting ready to turn. Not to say turn into. And then you have the health card with Mother of Knives that wanted to lay where she was kind of crossing over that health card. And then you have Seven of Sticks as well. Now the Seven of Sticks energy felt like it was battling or protecting against this Mother of Knives. So this could be someone who does work, because the Mother of Knives is she is one of the most powerfulest cards, or a representation of spiritual or spiritualists who do work. Her power is very close to if you would think about like a King of Spade kind of energy, but she is a feminine version of that energy, right? So think about that behind some work. It's pretty intense. So I didn't skip to the end of that part. So let's go back to beginning. We have the garden card in reverse with church. So there's something that has just begun for some group. So two sides to it again. One, you are entering into a new space, and it's not just you. You have a group of people around you. You have a group of people supporting this foundation that you're building, this structure that you're building. But it's just begun. Like this new path it's just begun. And it makes sense when you have the Tower card and then you have the Fire card, right? Because both of those talk about these massive transformations. And then in the beginning of the week, something is just, or the end of the week, something is just being birthed. Something new has started. Okay. On the shadow side of this, whatever karma has just, or is being issued out, has just begun. Okay. Now you have natural beauty in reverse with Pa. So natural beauty in reverse, a lot of times for me, can represent like glamour. Someone putting up an image or a story that's not true. Right. And then you have Pa. So, and then you have I am he 35. So this could be a masculine energy who, put up a front. And it says older man or mature man, but it being in reverse, this could still be someone that's younger. Or just an older man that's immature, if he's 53, or, if that number 53 or 35 are significant. And it doesn't have to be their age, but it could be, or those numbers are very significant. That's also an 8. Okay, so you may be seeing 8s a lot. And that church card is an 8 as well. So again, 8s, if you're seeing that energy, know that it's just confirmation. You're right in alignment with where you need to be. And, you know, it feels like things are moving just as they are supposed to. Like I can almost see like energy moving in the shape of an 8 just repeatedly, right? So something's moving, something's cooking, and it's hot. Like the energy feels hot and really fast. Okay, so it's coming in very quickly. So back to this Mother of Knives and the Seven of Sticks. Seven of Sticks is guarding something, is protecting against something. And at the same time, maybe someone's been accused of something to do with health. But you've overcome. It's the Freeman, right? So you've overcome whatever this energy is. You're not being held back by it. In fact, what they thought would end you, what they thought would be the death of you, you have overcome. Right? You have gotten up and walked out of the crypt and you are moving forward. So even in the end of the week, it is major transformative energy after transformative energy after transformative energy. This week it's going to be something. And I guess depending on what side of the tracks you on, it will determine how that something will play out. But this energy is very intense. So, you know, it's not a bad thing, right? Intense energy does not mean it's bad. It just means it's a lot. It just means that it's a lot, right? And, you know, on the light side, on you know, the more preferred side, you have done everything you need to do. You're prepared for this. Relax, right? Allow those waters to flow. So as I was saying that, it literally, like the muscles around like the base of my, or not the, like the base of my skull and around the back sides of my neck started getting tight, like the muscle itself was being pulled, or the muscles themselves were being pulled. So someone could be attempting to pull on your energy. This could be someone, maybe someone's in a panic and they're like pulling on their head or something, because that is literally what it felt like. But someone could be losing it. Like they realize how far they have lost. Like whatever this thing is, it could be very bad. Whatever this thing is, because it's like I could just feel like spazzed out energy. Like the kind where you're like pulling on your hair and your face and pulling your head, your head. It's like I keep saying those images replay. So somebody is having a bad time, a bad time. But alrighty, so that is the reading for this week. I hope that you all gained some kind of insight or some information on the energies that we are moving with, so that you can move forward, trusting the process, trusting your path, staying in gratitude, releasing whatever these other energies are. It's very interesting because over the last few weeks, energies have been really intense. So, I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's interesting. I'll be glad to see sunshine and roses come through, but I don't know, until this energy clears out, it might continue to be kind of, interesting. But yeah, so if you have not already, make sure that you like and subscribe. If you got something from this message, or you just want to share with, others who may hear this reading as well, make sure you drop a comment down below. I want to thank you all once again for being present, for sharing your energy, and for most of all, just being you. Until next time, bye.